In this video, we're going to see the Bricks Builder. Hi, my name is Stratos and I'm constantly producing video tutorials about WordPress. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Now, I know that I'm calling it a builder, but basically it's a theme that includes a builder, and I don't know why, but it's easier for me to call it a builder. So let's go and see about Bricks. It's a fairly new product. It's about 10 days that was released, and it's in the version 1.0 at this moment. You have to keep in mind that. They say that they are really fast. I'm going to do a review of the product. I'm going to go and take some tests later on. And of course, I'm going to create a homepage using this builder. And if you just want to see the review or the page tests, just go into the description. You will find timestamps and you can go directly at that point of the video. So they say that they're pretty fast, and I have tested and they are pretty fast. So they say that you don't need to be a designer, you can edit it in front end. If you are a designer and you have HTML knowledge and PHP and CSS, you can add your blocks inside there. And this is the license that you can get. At this moment, they have only two options. They are both lifetime deals. The starter is for one website, which will cost you $59. It's a 40% discount from $99. One-time payment, lifetime license. Then we have the Ultimate, which is 1,000 websites. It will cost you $149 instead of $249, and also a lifetime deal. You will get every update that they bring, and of course they are promoting the WooCommerce Builder, and they're saying that they will have the WooCommerce Builder in the next big update, which may come in end of the next month, and we're going to see also that later on. So basically, if you buy this, you have 30 days if you don't like it to get your money back, and you can go and purchase this. This company is the one that produced the Happy Files. So if you know that plugin, you know that it's a solid company and they're going to improve their product for sure. So let's go to the roadmap. They have a public roadmap, and they say that in progress we have the WooCommerce Builder. And of course, they are improving the form element, and they also are going to bring code blocks and password protect entire sites. Also, they have the idea board, which you can go and submit your ideas or upvote the things that you like most. Now, if you go in here and read the ideas, you for sure know that there are many people that are using Oxygen and go ahead and bought a license from this product and test it out and ask for some things. So they want to remove the jQuery that it's loading in the pages. You will see later on. They want separate settings for the structure panel. They have asked for a repeater element. They have asked for things that you can find in Oxygen, of course, because there are some things that will remind you of Oxygen. I'm not saying that it's a clone, of course. I think that they have combined many ideas from other page builders and they have created a unique tool. So let's close also these ideas and let's go into this website that we're going to test. So I have the theme here, which is the Bricks theme. If I click, I can see that this is in version 1.0. And if I go to the plugins, you can see that I don't have any plugins installed. Let's go first to the Bricks, which is here. And once you click, you have the Getting Started page where you can just go ahead and read about how to use the tool. After that, we have the templates, and here we can create the templates for the header, for the footer, for the archive and single post. And of course, if you are going to create custom post types, you can do it in here as well. Let's go to the settings, and here we're going to see the settings. We have the general, which will tell us where we want this tool to be enabled. So here we have the page. If you are going to create custom post types, you have to go and select the custom post type in here to include that in the Bricks. After that, we have the Gutenberg data synchronizer, which will convert the pages that you have created into Gutenberg into the builder, into the Bricks builder, and vice versa. And also we have the SVG uploads and who can upload those files. After that, we have the builder access, and here you have the authority to access and select whose roles going to have permissions to edit the builder. Of course, they don't have permissions per user, they only have permissions per role, per user role. But I'm sure that we're going to include it later on. After that, we have the templates. And here you can disable the default templates, and this is if you're going to use the header in many pages, but there are some other pages that you don't have to use the header and you're going to use something else, and you just want to disable the default templates. So you can go then into the templates and specific which pages you want to be enabled to. After that, you can see that we have the public templates, my templates access, both of those settings is for your templates to be accessed from somewhere else. We have whitelist URLs, password protection for those templates, and we have the remote templates. Okay, let's go to the builder, and here you will see that it has a feature for autosave. You can disable if you want it, and you can change the seconds for the autosave. The minimum is 15 seconds. Then we have the builder mode, which will be dark or light, and we have the toolbar logo link. You're going to see the toolbar link into the top left corner later on, and this can be a preview mode, a homepage, edit with in WordPress, or no link. I'm going to leave it as preview. Let's go to the performance, and you have to keep in mind that this lazy load is always enabled in this builder, and you can go and disable emojis, disable embed, disable jQuery, or disable lazy load if you don't want to. After that, we have the API keys, and you can go and create an Unsplash account and put it inside here, so you can directly from the builder download images from Unsplash. We have the Google Maps API, reCAPTCHA, MailChimp, SendGrid, Instagram, and Facebook app. And then we have the custom code, where you can add here your code from Facebook Pixel, from Google Analytics, or anything else that you can add inside your website. The save settings is into the left, which is really strange. The first time that I used it, I was going for the right to hit save, but then I saw that this is a reset and the save is in the left. I don't know why, but my mouse myself was used to go into the right to hit save. Okay, then we have the custom fonts, where you can upload your fonts that you want to use. And if you go and hit the add new, you will see that you will have to add the title. You have to select the weight of the font that you are using, if it's a normal or italic, and then you can go and add your font inside here. Then we have the sidebars, where you can create as many sidebars as you want. Then we have the system status, where you can see some things about your WordPress installation, and then we have the license key, where you can add your license. The first time that you add your license and save. This license is viewed here, it's not encrypted, but then if you refresh the page, it will hide it as well. So don't be afraid the first time you use it. It will hide your license once you update your page. So this was the settings. So let's go to the pages, all pages, and we're going to create some pages just to create our menu also. Let's go and hit add new. Okay, so we have a home page. Okay, home page. I'm going to publish it and publish again. Now you don't see anything that I can hit and edit that with Bricks, so I have to go out and edit that. So I hope that they will include in the future here the edit with Bricks. Okay, let's close the home page here with the services. Okay, publish that. And let's also create a contact page and publish that as well. After that, let's go back, let's go into the menu and create a menu. And let's add the pages that we wanted. Okay, home, contact, and services. Okay, save menu. And now let's go back into the pages, all pages. And now if I hover into the page that I want, I can select the edit with Bricks. I'm going to open that in a new window. This is used in the Vue.js to write those tools, so it's a pretty fast builder. You can see when you're using it in the backend, it's very fast as well. So here is how you're going to work with the builder. In the left we have the basic elements that we have, and we have some also other settings that we can select to see those left side to change. So here we have all the elements that we can use. We have a search bar as well here, and if we click here we have the structure. Now I cannot set the structure to be viewed all the time, and since I'm using Oxygen, I want the structure to be always visible, but I cannot do that at the moment. Here we have the hover styles, where you can check it and select the style and the element that you want, and you can style it when it's hover. I'm going to deselect that. Here we have the pages, and you can go ahead and select the page that you want to edit. As you can see now, we have the home selected. Here we have the revisions, where you can select and go back to the last saved thing. And then we have the settings. We're going to see it once we go into the header template. After that, we have the plus icon, which will bring us the element. Next, up top here, we have the mobile landscape, we have the tablet portrait and the mobile portrait. Also, you can select to change the width of the screen here. Next, we have the undo, redo, we have the help, we have the templates, where you can go straight into the templates. Here we have the edit with WordPress, and this is the preview mode, which will disable everything else, and you can see the website. And here we have the save. Here, which was the logo that I've said that we have linked into the preview, if we click it, we'll go into the front end of the page and we can see how it looks. Okay, now that we are here, we're going to close those two, and let's go here and let's go now into the templates. The first thing that I'm going to do is create the header template. So let's go and add new. I'm going to keep it that opened, and here I'm going to put header. In the right, I'm going to select the template type, and here you can select header, footer, content. This is used for the single templates, section, archive, search result, and error page. Let's go and select the header, because this is of course a header template, and you can go ahead and hit publish, or you can go and edit with Bricks and save it inside. I'm going to hit publish here because I'm used to work that way, and I'm going to edit that with Bricks. If I go now and refresh here, I'm going to see that I have the header, and once you select that this is a header template, it's immediately defined for the entire website. You don't have to go into the conditions and select that you want that to be for the entire website. The header and the footer will be automatically addressed to the whole website, and this is why we had the settings to disable the default templates in the settings and templates. So let's go to the header, and here we're going to click where it says insert new section to begin. Once you click that, you will find that you cannot add any sections by using the click icon, the plus icon, or search a section here. You will not find any. You have to go down here where you have the yellow pencil, and here is the section settings, and you can add a new section underneath that. So this is how you can do it. Also, you can save that section as a template. You can clone the section. You can go and to insert the template, and of course move the section if you want to do it and put it elsewhere. Up here we have the row, which is in purple. Is it in purple? I think it's a purple. No, in pink. It's in pink, not purple. Sorry. And you can edit that, add a new row, clone the row, and then clear the row. And here we have the column, which is in blue. Edit, add a new column, clone the column, and of course clear the column. And here it's expect me to drop an element. Now, if you're wondering the difference between rows and columns, if you want to create a section that will have a header in the middle, and then we have two columns, we're going to add two rows. The first will be for the header, the title, sorry, of the section, and then we have another row with two columns down here. You're going to see later on. So here we're going to add a logo element, and the differences between the logo element and an image is that you have more options for a logo. So here we have the content, and here we're going to search the settings. If we know what we are looking for, you can just search it and it will display it underneath, or you can go ahead and click where you want to style it and change the settings. So first we're going to the logo URL, and as you can see it's the site address, and you can change it to something else. As you can see, I'm going to leave it as site address because I want those who click the logo to go into the home page. After that we have the logo text, which is bricks, and I'm going to delete that because I'm going to upload an image. Let's select the image, and I have already some images here, so this is my logo. I'm going to insert that, and now that it's inserted, I can see that I have also the logo in verse. And this is of course when you create a sticky header and you want something like a scrolling, and you want maybe a transparent logo inside here. A logo, not a transparent logo, a logo that it's basically for transparent header, and then you want something else when the header is not transparent. Then we have the logo height in pixels and the logo width in pixels. I'm going to put here 150 just to be a little bit smaller, and then I can go into the style. Here the style will look pretty much the same for every element. The content will change depending on the element that you're using, but the style will stay the same no matter what you're using, I think. Next, also you can see that the logo that we are the element that we are editing is up here. So if I click somewhere else like the row, you will see that it says row, so you are sure what you're editing. The one thing that I didn't like is if I just click the logo and then just go and click the setting inside here, the section, you will see that it's not taking the section. It just changes to the logo and it stays there. I cannot click elsewhere to change the line or the row. I have to go into the pencil and edit the row just to change that. So I wish I could do that a little bit easier. So next we're going to upload the menu. So let's go into the plus icon and we're going to type here menu, and we're going to find the nav menu. I'm going to drag and drop it next to that, and as you can see it went straight here. Now remember that I can also create two columns, and I can do the one for the logo and the second one for the menu, but there is no point for me adding columns just for two elements. If you want also to add buttons, or if you want to add other things inside the header, then go ahead and add columns, add rows like divs or anything else, so you can style it. But for me, since I'm only using this header to upload two elements, I'm not going to use any columns. Okay, let's go now to the row. And here in the row, you will find that we have settings, layout, typography, background, border, gradient, shape dividers, transform, and CSS. The same is of course for the section, and the same is for the column as well. Okay, let's start from the column. Let's go into the layout, and let's go here where is the position, the elements, okay, direction. Here we have the justify content, and I can select and I can put the space between. This will push the two elements to the two corners of the column, and then I can select the align elements, and I can select the center, so this will bring the menu to the center. Now since I have a little bit of space here, you can see that I have a space here. I can go and select the menu item, and I can change anything that I want from here. So let's go and select the menu, nav menu, let's select the main. So mobile menu toggle, this is where you want to change to the hamburger icon. We're going to say that we want this to be 992 pixels. If you want to align vertical, you can just select that. Then we have the top level menu, and you can click here and select margin and padding. The typography, let's leave it as it is, and we have the sub menu and mobile menu. After that, I can go into the style and select anything else that I want to change. Now let's go into the settings, and we're going to edit some things. Maybe that should be my first move, but I forgot it. So let's go into the theme styles, and here you can go ahead and select a custom style, or select a style from what it is here. I'm going to select custom style, or I'm going to select the default, and I'm going to edit that as I want, or you can just go ahead and create a style and name it something like Stratos. Of course, you won't name it Stratos, but if you want, just go ahead and do that. And you can select the condition where this style want to be applied, and you can select plus condition and where this we're going to apply. I'm going to delete that because I don't have any conditions at this moment. So let's delete that. Sure, yeah, delete it. Yeah, sure. Okay, then we have the general, okay, site layout, which is white, site background. I'm going to leave it as it is. I don't want to change that. We have the content max width, which for us is going to be 1200. Then we have the lightbox background, lightbox close color, and everything else that you can see here. And here we have the colors. Okay, let's go for the colors. And now I don't also like that when I click here, it doesn't scroll to the top of the page, so I have to go and scroll up once I open a new option. So for the colors, I'm going up top, and you can see the primary color is not set, so I'm going to select it and I'm going to set a color from here, or you can add your color that you want. Now the color is a little strange at first, but when you are going to use it once and twice, you're going to see that it's pretty easy to maneuver. Okay, let's add a new palette, create a new palette, create. The named palette is Stratos. Okay, create. And now I can go and edit the palette. And I can export, I can delete it if I want, but I don't want, and I can go and select the grid or the list view. Okay, let's select again the default, and you can see that we have some colors here, so you can select and change some things, but we don't really have the color editor where you can select what you want exactly like a blue or something else. You have to go into the hue, you have to select the hue that you want, and then the saturation, then the lightness and the transparency, and then get the hex code or the RGB or the HSL. Let's go for the Stratos again, and let's go and select something else like blue, but a little bit more of the blue. Okay, here like this. Okay. Once it's done, well, let's go and select the secondary color, and here you can also select from the palette that you want. Let's go for the default, and let's go for this one. And keep in mind that these are global colors, so whenever you select something and you assign it to a color that you have already clicked in here, and you can go and change the colors inside here, and everywhere that this is assigned, it will be changed automatically. So after that, let's go to the content, and here we're going to select if we want the section max width. I'm going to put as well to be 1200. Okay, then we have the block code, margin and padding. We have the links, and this is the typography for the links. I'm not going to change anything, and let's go for the typography here. Okay, so we have the body, and let's click that, and the font family should be Ubuntu. Okay, then we have the font weight, which will be 400. The font style is normal. Text align is left. Okay, text transformation, I'm not going to change that, and the text color is going to be black. So let's go for 0. Okay, 3 zeros are enough, but okay, doesn't matter. And once I click save, it will be added inside here. So basically I should select here the Stratos template and add it here, but I didn't do that. Text color, so Stratos, and save, so it will be saved here. Okay, then we have the text shadow. I'm not going to change that, and let's close that and select the all headings, which will be Roboto. Okay, and you can change anything that you want. Also, let's go for the text color here, and going to select this black. Okay, and then let's go for the next one. Sorry, I closed the settings, theme styles, and let's go to the typography. And if you want to select the heading 1 to be something different, you can do it from here. Now, for me, I think there are many settings, and I wish it would be a little less. I don't want to change everything in every single website. I want some settings that will be easy access, like the heading typography or the color, but I think that they're a little bit overwhelming inside here. We have a big box inside here, but we can change anything, of course, but I don't need that in every single website. Okay, the hero, if you just want to change the hero section, you can do that by here. And then we have the elements, and you can change the default settings for the elements, as you can see. Okay, let's go back to the settings. Here we have also the page settings, and these are the settings, of course, that are only for this page. So you can go into general, and you let's go for SEO. General is empty at this moment. Okay, SEO, so you have the permalink, the title, and the meta description, and meta keywords inside here. Basically, it says here that you don't need to add a separate plugin for the SEO, but I think that everyone is going to do that. You have to add plugin just to add also some scheme, some things that you can only add from a SEO plugin. So then we have the social media. So once you go ahead and set that to a social media platform, how it was going to look, and we have the custom code specific for this page. Let's go back to the settings, and then we have the template settings, and here you can have the change settings for the templates and add your conditions as well. Here is where we can add the conditions for the single template or the archive template. And if we go here, we can see that we can select if we want the post type, and this will be let's say posts, but of course this is a header, so let's go and delete that. Again, too many settings in this moment, so let's go to the home, and let's go into the style, let's go into the typography, and here we have the typography. So I'm going to change the font size to be, let's say, 20, okay, something like that. And I'm going to leave now as it is, so let's go and save that, and let's preview that in the home page and as how it looks. Okay, we're good to go, so we can go and start creating our website. Let's go into the settings, into the reading, and select the static page to be the home page. Okay, let's save the changings, and now let's go to the pages, all pages, select the home page, edit with bricks. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to keep that because I'm going to need the lorem ipsum. So let's start building. I'm going to click here the insert a new section, and we're going to first click into the section. Okay, let's go to the background, and let's add the background image, which will be, select the image, and this is the background image that I'm going to use. Let's go into the overlay, and I'm going to add a color, and this color is a black color. So let's go for that one, but we're going to also select the transparency. So first let's go to apply, and let's select overlay, and then color, and select the transparency to be around 50%, 0.5, something like that. Okay, you can also add another color if you want to create a gradient, and we have also shape dividers and transform options inside here. I'm not going to change anything else here, but I do want to change the height of this section. Let's go into the layout, and let's go into the height, and as you can see, we have also the viewport height. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to put here 80%. Okay, let's save that and see how it looks in the front end before making some other changings. So let's go here and select this icon, and as you can see, it will not be across the whole website, it will be from here to here, the box layout. So let's go and into the display and select, into the full width section, and click here, so it will go and into full width, and you can also select the content to be full width if you want. Let's go and save that here, and let's refresh now, and we're good to go. Okay, now that we have the background set, I can also change if I want where I want this background to be the focal point if you want. So background, and here I can select if I want that to be scrolled, if I want the position to be, and select the top center or center. And then if I want that to be repeated, covered, or anything else. Also, I have the parallax effect here. Okay, let's click outside. And let's click here in the plus icon, and we're going to add a heading. Okay, the heading will be website tutorials. website tutorials. Okay, this is an H1. Let's select that to be in the middle. So let's go into the typography and let's go into the text align and select middle. Okay, now let's go into the text color and select white. Okay, and maybe I need to do that a little bit bolder. So let's go to the weight and select 700, something like that. After that, I'm going to add a text underneath that. Okay, and now I'm going to select that text and I'm going to leave it as it is. I don't really care about the text, what it says. So let's go here into the style and I'm going to select typography. I'm going to put that in white color. Okay, I'm going to align that in the middle, text align center. Okay, and maybe do that a little bit bigger, like 20, something like that. Okay, after that I will need a button, so let's go here and let's select the button, drag it and drop it down here. Okay, now the button says see more or something. Okay, this size you can change that into a large or medium directly or change it more manually. So we can have a circle, we can have a stretched outline, the stretch will go into the whole line. And here is the link for that. Here is the icon, and if you select an icon you can add the color. And let's go into the style and let's go into the typography and select the text align to be center. That is for the button itself, not the whole and not everything. Now if you're wondering how you're going to put the button inside into the middle, you're going into the column, you're going to edit the column, and you're going into the layout and into the justify content and select here center. Once you do that, this should go into the middle, but it didn't go. So let's see why not. Now I know that this element takes the whole row, as you can see here. So you have also to go into the outline and not outline, into the style and then layout and select that to be auto width. So we'll go straight into the middle and it will reduce the size of the element to the width of the element itself and not the whole row. Okay, let's go into the next section. That was the first section that I want to add. So let's go here and add a new section. Okay, now that I have the new section, I'm going to drop down here a title in the middle. So let's go and select the plus icon, add a heading, which will be tutorials, something like that. Maybe tutorials. Okay, no, let's go for services first. Services. Since this is a test, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, so I'm not sure what I'm building here. So let's go for an H2. Let's go into the style and let's select the typography, not the layout, typography to be in the middle. So let's go for text align to be in the center. Okay. And after that, I'm going to add a new row. So let's add a new row. And this row, which is underneath, I'm going to select the column and I'm going to add another column. So I have two columns here. So basically, I will add another column later on. I will clone the column and not copy that, but I want to see how it looks right here. So here I'm going to add an image. Let's add the image inside here, and I'm going to select the image and I'm going to select this one. Okay, this is the service one. So let's add also a heading underneath the icon, the image, not the icon, and select here the service one. Okay, this will go into the middle. Let's go into the style, typography, and select the text align to be center. Okay, underneath that I'm going to add some text. Let's go and add that text. Okay, and here we have the text. Let's go into the style. Let's select also the typography and select for that the text color to be black. Okay, and here let's select also that to be center. And now I can go also and add a button. Let's go and add a button. Okay. And this button, I'm going to select for that style, layout, and let's auto width that, and then select the column layout and put that in the middle. Okay, so we have something like that. Now we can go ahead and save that if we want, save the whole column and do that like a template or something, or just clone that if you want just to add next to it and you're not going to use it again in the whole website. So we're going to clone the column, and once I clone it, you will see that I don't have any picture. This is a bug. So basically I have a picture but I cannot see it. If I go here into the structure and into the second section, which is this one that I'm using, I can go into the second row and I can go into the second column and I can see the image. Once I click here and edit the image, this will come up automatically, but for some reason once I clone it, it will not. This is clearly a bug and hopefully it will be fixed. Not hopefully, I'm sure it will be fixed later on. Also, I don't like that in the structure I have to click here and I have to open that also again. It doesn't stay open once I left it in the state it was open and it was selected in the second column, but I click here the plus and I open the structure again and it's everything closed. So also I don't like how the structure at this moment works. I wish it was something that I could stack it in the right and then change the left side into the elements, but I cannot do that. So we're going to clone it as well one more time. So let's go here and clone that and delete that column. Are you sure? Yes. So we have the 3 columns here. I also want to put some space here. So I'm going to click into the services here. And as you can see, once I click here, nothing changes. You have to go and select the element. So I wish that would be a little bit better. And now that I have selected the service, I can go and add some padding inside here or some margin if I want. This is the margin, of course. And here is something that you can see once you click here, that you can link or the margin, and this is the opposite links. So once I open here and move it, you can see that I have now top and bottom margin. And if I click one again, then I have the all sides. So I will put the margin everywhere. Once I click it again, it will be unlinked everywhere. So let's go and put that as it was, something like here. And I think it's okay. Now let's add a new section. Let's add into the section. Let's add a new section. And here into the section, I'm going to edit the section. Let's edit that. And I'm going for the background and I'm going to add a color. Something like that. I think that is not so great. So let's go for something like that. Okay. And then let's go into the layout and select for the layout to be full width. Okay. Then let's go and add 2 columns. So let's go here and add a column. Here I'm going to add an image. Let's go into the image and I'm going to add the image. And the image is going to be this one. Okay, insert that. Okay, and here I'm going to add a heading, which will be tutorials or something, tutorials. Okay, this is an H2 because it's a title for the section, and I'm going to align that in the middle with the text, but let's add the text first. So add the text underneath, and the text is something from Lorem Ipsum, generate, and let's grab the first 2 paragraphs. Okay. Okay, I think that it's way too big. Okay, let's go and delete a little bit of text. Okay, 1 paragraph. Okay, now I can go into the column and I can select the layout to be into the middle. So let's go and select the align into the center. So it will go into the center and then justify center again. So if you add a button, it will go straight in the center as long as it doesn't have full width. Okay, for the tutorials, let's go and select, I need to go and click here and add the title. I'm used to Oxygen more than I want to. And let's go into the typography and select the text align to be into the center. Okay, once we have done that, we can go and click and add another section. Okay, add another section and click here. Okay, now that I have another section, I'm going to add what I'm going to do here. I'm going also for 3 columns. Okay, so let's add some columns. First, let's add a text, and then we are going to add columns. So let's add a text, and this will be something like videos. Okay, videos. Okay, this is an H2. Now keep in mind that we have also the copy and paste that I haven't used, so I can go ahead and click into the element and right click here into the pencil, and here I can go and copy the heading style. I can also edit that, clone it, delete, or save as a global element. And let's go and clone that, copy the heading style, and let's go here, right click it and paste heading style. So now it has grabbed those settings. Of course, it didn't paste everything because it didn't go into the center, and I think also that is a bug. Let's do it once more, copy element style, and let's go here and paste that. Yeah, it didn't go into the center, and basically it should go into the center. So let's go into the style and let's go for the layout, and then into the typography, and then text align, and then center. Okay, after that we're going to add another row, so add another row, and this row we're going to do 3 columns, but let's put that 2, and we're going to duplicate that. So here we're going to add an icon, because I don't have any icons, and once I'm an icon I can click here and you can see the icons that I have at this moment. We have Themify, Font Awesome Regular, and Font Awesome Solid, and also we have the Ion icons. Okay, so you can search whatever you want, and also you can upload your own. Not your owns. Okay, let's choose this one, and we can select the type that we want for that to be linked. I'm not going to link it. Let's go to typography, and let's select the text align to be center. And after that, I'm going to add a heading, and I'm going to add the style for the heading. So it's an H4, and the style should be typography and text align center. Okay, now that I'm in here, I'm going to click the column to edit that. And here I would just wanted you to see that I don't have any links available. So if I want to add a link to the whole column, I cannot do that in here. Of course, I can do that with custom code, but I wish I could do that using a link inside here. So I need to add a button here, and let's go and add a button. Okay, and this button is going to go into the middle. Let's go into edit that element. Okay, style, and let's go to the layout and select that to be not auto width. And let's go to edit that column and layout, and select those to be, where is the justify? Center. Okay, now that we are here, we can clone that and clone once again and delete that column. Yes, I'm sure. So we have the 3 columns inside here. Now let's go and see the elements that we have. So we have the heading, of course, text, button, icon, image, video, and into the general we have the divider, icon, box, list, accordion. Everything seems like being in Elementor here. Tabs, form, map, alert, animation type, which is an animation when you're using a heading, countdown, counter, pricing, tables, progress bar, pie chart, team members, testimonials, HTML, code element, a logo, which we have already used. Then we have the media, which is the gallery, audio, carousel, slider, and SVG file. Some social icons, WordPress things, and here is for when you're using to create the template of a single post or a single custom post type. And this is all that we have. Also, we have an icon once we have something, so we can pin that in the top. So the elements that you are using the most in a website, you can pin that and always have those on top, which is great, I think. So let's save that and see how it looks in the front end. So let's go here and refresh the page, and we're going to add some animation as well, just to see how it looks. And you're going to see that it loads pretty fast, as you can see here. I don't have anything else installed. Of course, we have a lazy load in here, and it's a Cloudways server, but you can see that it's pretty fast. I have used the same layout with the same images to create all my tests, and I think this is one of the fastest builder out there at this moment, even though it's only in the version 1. But of course, keep in mind that the results that we're going to test is because we have the lazy load enabled. So let's go back to the settings. No, let's go to grab the URL and make some tests. So let's go and grab that. Let's close that, and let's go and open GTmetrix and PageSpeed inside. Here I'm going to put the GTmetrix, okay, analyze that. And PageSpeed inside, paste that and analyze that as well. So let's see the results. First, it's going to be the PageSpeed inside because it's faster. And as you can see, we have 93 for the mobile. Sorry that this is in Greek. And for the PC, it's, let's go and put that EN and click here just to be in English. Okay, so let's start from the GTmetrix. And as you can see, it's 1.6 seconds. Maybe if I refresh, I will go a little bit less. And as you can see, we have only 10 requests, which is pretty low. But there are 10 because it doesn't load all the page. Let's go into the waterfall. And we're going to see that we don't have all the images right here. We have the home JPEG, we have the logo PNG, we have the favicon icon, which I haven't included that in the moment. We have the font WOF 2, and then we have the emoji, which I haven't disabled, as you can see. And then we have the embedded CSS, we have the bricks JS, which is 94 kilobytes, even though I haven't selected to do anything inside here. We have the jQuery and jQuery Mini, and then we have the front-end Mini CSS. If I go and disable the emoji and the jQuery, this will be a little bit less, but as you can see, it doesn't load the whole page since we have a lazy load enabled. Only 11 requests at this moment, which is pretty great. Now, in the PageSpeed inside, we have 93 for the mobile and 100% for the desktop. And if I go and see what it's loading, you can see that it's loading, of course, this page, and we have the first contrastful paint to be only 0.5 seconds. Okay, so time to interact, of course, only 0.5 seconds as well. Let's go now to the home page and let's view the code a little bit. So let's go and inspect the elements, and let's go into the button. And this is a little bit strange for me in the button. We have a span inside the button for the see more. Then we have another span for the button as well. And we have another span, 3 spans for the button. And we have the ID of the div for the button. And then we have that's all with the button, but then we have the div for the text. Okay, so for some reason we have 3 spans inside here, and then we have the div. Of course, it's not Oxygen equivalent for in the HTML that it's producing. If you go and create a button with Oxygen, you can just do it using the link wrapper, and then you can put a little bit of background color and you're good to go. It's like a button. But here it's not too awful. It's not elementary. It's not 7 divs just for a heading or something. If we go into the heading, let's go into the heading, and we're going to see that we have the H1, and then we have a div for the element, and then that's it. We have the div for the whole column. And then we have, of course, the div for the row, and then the div for the section. So it's not too awful. It's a good HTML code. It's not too bad, as you can see here. Okay, let's go and add some animations just to see what we can do. And let's go and put a little bit of hover editing, and let's change the hover style. So I'm going to select the element. I'm going to check the hover style, and then I'm going for the let's go into the style, and let's go for the background, and I'm going to change the background color to be this one. Okay, and let's see if it's working. Okay, I think that I have First go and select the button. Okay, first we're in the button. Okay, now into the button, I have to go into the background and select. Okay, select here the background color to be something like that. Okay, and then when I hover, I want the background to be something like that. Okay, green. Okay, let's deselect that. It doesn't work in here, but let's see if it's working in the front end. And let's refresh here and let's see. Yeah, it's working in the back end, but for some reason you cannot do that and see how it looks in the front end. Of course, that is a bug also, and I suppose it will be fixed later on. So keep in mind that this is the version 1.0 at this moment. We have also a transform, we have shape dividers and gradient overlay color. So let's go and add a shape divider in here. So let's go here into the section. Okay, let's go for shape dividers, and I'm going to add a shape divider. Let's select first the shape, which will be a triangle, something like that. No, I don't want a triangle, I want a tilt. Do we have a tilt? Yeah, tilt, something like that. Okay, the fill color will be white. No, this one. Let's go for white just to see how it looks. Okay. Then we have the front. We can flip it horizontally. We can flip it vertically. Okay, I don't want that to be in front, of course, and I want there to be overflow. No, I don't want that. And I can select the horizontal line to be into the bottom end, into the top, or into the center, and I can select the vertical to be top or bottom as well. Okay, and then I have the top and bottom settings. Okay, so that was all how you can use the Bricks Builder, and of course you have already seen the test that I have done. So my review about the builder, even though it's only the version 1, I'm pretty impressed on how it works. I really like the dynamic content. And for some reason I didn't show you how you can add dynamic content. So if I click here or anywhere into the text element, you can go into, let's go and edit that here, and you can go and select here that select dynamic data, and once you click here you can add the post title, post ID, post date, or anything else that you want. If you select a text and click here, you can add here from the dynamic data anything else. And this is pretty easy. You can select the post author, so it will be added right here, and this will be replaced in the front end with the author name. Also, you can add anything else inside here as well. You don't have to add another element and then go into the span and add the dynamic data as it is into the Oxygen at this moment. I think this is a really great option how they have done with the dynamic data. It's also is working for the images and everywhere else that you want to grab this dynamic data. At this moment it's working with ACF, and they say that it's working with Metabox. I haven't tested out, but for sure I'm going to test it in the future. So as my opinion of that, it's a pretty solid product, even though it's in an early base version. It's only 1.0. I'm really impressed on how it works, and I really hope in the future they will bring more stuff to us. So that was the video, guys, about the product. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like that, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up. The link of the builder will be in the description below, and as always, it's not an affiliate link. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.